People, Deluded, I'm back again. At the risk of my video cutting out because my battery is on low bat, should be charged. I've been here making some other vids and might as well just carry on with exactly that. So I hope you're all well and safe. I hope you're all good, whoever you are, wherever you are, especially with what's going on globally. 5 million people affected with COVID-19. Hope you and your loved ones are safe and cool. Moving forward in relation to Arsenal news, as you know, this period is going to be slow. A lot of recycled rumours, a lot of imagination by the people writing reports. First things first, Alex Bernard 10, and I believe Le 10 Sport has also said Aubameyang is PSG's alternative to Icardi. The French club is considering a 40-50 million bid for the Gabonese international. And if I'm honest, I don't know the progress of the talks with Arsenal, but I can imagine Arsenal 50 million put on the table or close to that. You'd have to take it. Yes, it's for someone of Aubameyang's quality. Of course, it's too little. But we've got. I've spoken at lengths about how I feel about this, and you lot have as well. So we won't get into the details about Aubameyang's contract. But we find ourselves in this position. He would obviously suit well at PSG. Team in the Champions League, he'd earn a lot of money. Team in the Champions League, you look at Neymar and Mbappe and things, he'd fit in there. You look at PSG, they're a brand as well with the Jordan and stuff. He fits that profile and things like that. He obviously speaks French, having spent a number of years in France, obviously at Monaco, Saint Etienne, etc. So he could hit the ground running. I think he would complement the side well. The only issue I could see is that if Tuchel is still the manager. Now, they're both professional, they let bygones be bygones, but didn't, towards the end of Aubameyang's time in Dortmund, ironically, wasn't it against PSG, he didn't get, I could be wrong, but he didn't get to play against because of allegedly attitude problems or how he was perceived. So if Tuchel is there, if a man was speaking like that about you, would you really want to go and play for him again? Or if Tuchel leaves, of course it's flipped on its head. But I don't know what's being said. Apparently he's an alternative to Icardi. Of course they might not want to make Icardi's transfer permanent. Can't imagine why. I think he's been okay since he signed there. Especially if Cavani completes what is expected, a free transfer to, people say, Atletico. Now you're seeing Inter, back to Italy himself. So we'll see how it happens for Aubameyang. Either way, Arsenal have got themselves in a pickle with that player, as we know. Keeping it short and sweet. Moving on to Ceballos, and Ceballos has made no secret of his intentions to return to Madrid. He's given an interview in his homeland, I believe, and he said he firstly said that Arsenal's team has undergone the corona test and it's been positive. He said 48 hours ago we passed the test, and the truth is that the entire team has given a negative result, and I assume that extends to Arteta and people around that as well, which is also good considering we're stepping up our training within the context is people. Obviously health is wealth, so that's lovely to hear. He went on to say, we are going to start a week late with respect to what is being talked about in Spain, which is the 12th of June, and we are going to start the league on the 20th of June. So maybe indirectly players have been briefed internally, whether Arsenal in coordination with other leagues and other teams, other clubs in the league, we're aiming to start on the 20th. Admittedly it keeps getting pushed back, but it would be nice to get back to watching football. But health is wealth. Like I personally say, I can't begrudge any player if they want to play, and if they don't want to play, there's plenty of reasons to have. He also said the best of Dani Ceballos is yet to come. He said the best of Dani Ceballos is yet to come. Settling in a team, feeling important, feeling like a leader, which is what I really like. Obviously, I had to Google translate this, so if it doesn't make 100% sense. And the main bit of relevance, he said, I am a Real Madrid player. Any player in the world would like to play for Real Madrid. I have a contract with them for 3 more years, and they are the ideal team to succeed. So you'd imagine, he still wants to go there. He'll probably go there for pre-season, see where he figures in Zidane's plans, and if he doesn't, he'll have to go out on loan again. And you'd imagine next season is the make or break loan. You've got the Euros next year. He'd have 2 years left on his deal. I do think there's always the option of extending his deal and loaning him out again. But 2 years left on your deal. If he goes on an additional loan spell, he's 24 now. They might say, you know what, he's got 2 years / 18 months left on his deal. Let's sell him. Let's get our resale value. We don't really want to renew his deal. So he said, you have to applaud him. He doesn't want to give up on his time on his attempt of breaking through at into the Madrid side. I applaud it, but it's no secret of that. And we're going to need to find a new sort of number 8 sort of man that can play next to Xhaka next season, or try and break the line sort of thing, people. Moving away from that, briefly in relation to Xhaka. Xhaka's been talking to Blind, and he has said, firstly he spoke on Arteta. He said, I had some very positive talks. It's more of the same, but I had some very positive talks with Mikel Arteta. He convinced me of his ideas and philosophy for the number 6 position and showed me a lot of appreciation. So he made him feel important. He made himself feel valued. He vowed to probably protect him, which is why you're seeing an improved Xhaka beyond what Arteta's been able to do tactically. He's also said, I'm glad I could pay him back for his trust, and I hope for the future we could still make it into the Champions League. In relation to what obviously happened with Arsenal, he said, the subject is closed for me. Maybe it was also a bit of over misunderstanding and both sides overreacting a bit. The fans can be sure that I'll always go beyond my limits and give everything for Arsenal. And that's something I've always thought with Xhaka. He's never not tried, for all his shortcomings and all his criticisms. It's always meant something to him. I forgot to mention some points about Arteta. He said, the way we want to play, if we can get him on board, he can be a terrific player for us, people. I think he's speaking about, this was Arteta, sorry, people. It is everything. His commitment, I like the way he is. I think this is in relation to Aubameyang, people. I could be wrong on that. I don't know where I got this one, but he said, yeah, I don't know. I should have labelled this, but we might as well just keep reading. It's everything. His commitment, I like the way he is professional, the way he lives, his professionalism and the way he trains. How focused he is every time I am talking. He is listening and willing to learn, and he is a great footballer. The way we want to play, there are not as many with the quality on the ball, and the way he eliminates passes and the range of passings, I'm delighted to have him. So I think that's Arteta in relation to Xhaka. Apologies for the confusion. Xhaka has something to say in relation to Ozil finally, people. He said, I see him as a very positive, likeable colleague. He's an extremely down-to-earth guy, always ready to help and works hard in training, and in my opinion really enjoys his football. When Mesut is in form, he is very important to us and can always make the difference. Depending on how you feel about Mesut Ozil, you know, you're either in love with them comments or you hate them comments. But apologies for the confusion in relation to Arteta's comments on Xhaka, but we've spoken about Xhaka, briefly spoken about Ceballos, and obviously we've spoken about this latest report of Aubameyang to PSG. I've got nothing more to add, so I'm going to get out of here. On that note, it's always a pleasure. People, DG, I'm out.